So I'm currently on my way to a place called the Souk, which is like, it's got a bunch of exotic animals and formal wear and stuff. And yeah, so I'm pretty much just going to check that out. Maybe, you know, play with some falcons. That's the national bird of Qatar. And hopefully they let me hold one or pet one, or I don't know, but I'm about to be a falcon trainer for an hour or two. Let's see. But I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm here on Bird Street. That's what they call it. No funny shit. Bird Street. Got all the birds here. Beautiful. Look at the colors on these guys. Oh my gosh. They are going crazy. You hear that? I'm about to sample one of these birds. Use it as a beat. Look at him. He want to get out. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They got some big ones over here. They got the hens. Pigeons, all that. I wonder if they use these as carrier pigeons. I'm not gonna lie, but they look up. These are beautiful. That's an elephant tusk. These are fire. They said these ones are made for dancing. These are the knives, the daggers. They look really good. Look at this. Look at the craftsmanship on that, John. Oh my God. Beautiful. These are super ornamental.
This. Okay. Yes.
The curved one's beautiful. I had to get that one. I don't know. It was just kind of speaking to me. It's kind of talking to me. So these swords are used for dancing?
Yes. Only one dancing, gift, decoration.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice. Show me a dance. Okay.
Dance كده.
Okay. Okay.
بس هي لازم music. Number 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Ready to welcome the world. We are all ready with the welcoming
maintain it, stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get a pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket, not promotion. Shout out switching sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake.
So what's your name?
My name is Ahmed Al-Bakr.
What is your name?
My name is Jassim Abed.
What is your name?
Hussein.
Tell them your name.
My name's Luca Bergavici.
What is your name?
My name is George Elias Shalouhi.
Alright, second day in Qatar, got knocked off the list. I didn't just get back from the souk, but I got back from the souk a couple hours ago, took a long nap. But basically, yeah, I mean, that's probably one of my favorite parts about Qatar. I mean, it's like got all these traditional buildings. They had all these traditional artifacts and swords and lamps and all that stuff. I'll probably go back, probably make another video on it or something. I don't know, I gotta go through the film. One thing about the video though, I don't even think I did a real good job of showing just how big it is. Like, I don't know how to put it, but it's easy to get lost in there. It's a bunch of little pathways and alleys and just one big like main road, and I didn't even really show how big it really is, but it's huge in there. They sell a bunch of stuff. You definitely gotta go there if you visit Qatar. But so let's show you guys exactly what I got. One of the main things I got was this chessboard. Beautiful, handcrafted, hand painted, I think, and it's got like a gloss finish on it. And if you know me, you know I love chess. The chess pieces, I don't have them here in front of me right now, but the chess pieces are made out of I think they said shell or camel bone. I'm not even sure, but they look beautiful. They don't look like generic chess pieces, you know, they have a little personality to them. Goes with the chessboard really well. Now, the second thing I got, you know, you might have seen it in the vlog. I don't know if I'll put it before this video, after. I don't know. But the second thing I got, you know, I had to get a sword. Oh my god. The bag is fire. Nice. Let's open this bad boy up. Show you guys what I got. And they have so many different types of swords. Like, they had the different color sheaths, handles, gold, silver. Like, they had some really ornamental swords there that were super fire. You know, different kinds. They had daggers. The daggers were super nice, crafted well, all that. But sheesh, the price on some of those is like, I don't know, like 80,000 Qatari. That's like 12,000 in US dollar. I mean, if I had 12,000 to spend on hand, I might have done it, because I, like, you know me, I'm an impulse purchase guy. You know, I like what I like. It would have been a great souvenir. I definitely would have probably got one, maybe two, maybe three, but yeah, it was a little too expensive for right now. So, you know, I got something that was on the less expensive side, but still cool, still crafted well, still fire. You know, you choose the little tassels that you want on it. It's out of gold, platinum, and black. And I just got one that kind of fit my style. Like, I don't know, it was a tough choice to make, but the guy was super cool, super chill. And this is the sword I got. Boom. Look at that bad boy. Sheesh. Got the black tassels on it. Let's put it against the white so it's easier to see. Move this out the way. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's got some finer details. When you see a sword like this and you think, yo, what is he gonna use this for? How is he gonna get it past TSA? Well, if it was like an actual sword, you know, it is an actual sword, but if you have it covered, I think, properly, or you put it in your luggage, I think you can get it past TSA. But Anyway, yeah, this is actually a sword, not that they used to, you know, kill people or slash somebody up with. They actually use it for dancing. So, I had the guy at the shop show me the dance. I'm probably gonna be awful at it, but you know, I'm gonna try and, you know, do a little dance for y'all. Do a little dancey dance. Let's see. Let's set this up. Okay. So, how he does it basically is he took the sword out, you know, untassel it. He took it out, and I honestly have no clue. I gotta look back at the video, but it was something like this. It was like you go up, then down, up, down, and it's like you take a step, up, down, and then for the last one, you have to take this, and then you go like that with this. It's not complicated, but you know, I've never been too good with coordination when it comes to stuff like that, but I mean, it's fire. I mean, come on. What guy doesn't like a sword? Jeez. But I mean, I kind of do wish it was like, you know, a sword. Not that I'm gonna use it for anything like that, but it doesn't really have a sharp edge. You could run it along your hand. It's not really pointed. I mean, if you tried to run through somebody with it, it'd probably go through. But yeah, it's not really pointed. Doesn't really have a sharp edge. You could probably make it sharp, but yeah, it doesn't really have a sharp edge. But it's a great, you know, great little memory to bring back. Pretty cool. Let's put this back in. Tassel that up. I don't know. This was probably the hardest part. I would never be able to do this if he didn't do it. They had these other ones too that were so nice. They were ancient. They were like vintage ones from however long ago. And there was this one that was like, it was like a steel. The sheath was steel. It had these cool designs on it, and the handle for the sword was made out of an elephant tusk. Oh my god, it was so fire. I wanted it so bad, but it was like, I don't even know. It was like 18K in US dollars. So I was like, maybe I'll come back for it one day, but not today. But yeah, so day 2 knocked off the board. Hopefully the vlog for day 2 is just as good as the vlog for day 1. Hopefully the vlog for day 1 comes out nice. But yeah, so it's right now, it's 5 a.m. over here. I didn't wake up. I've been up all night because I took the longest nap ever for whatever reason. And yeah, but I'm gonna just head back to sleep and start my vlog for day 3 tomorrow. So yeah. What's a Qatari dish you think everyone should try at least once when coming here?
So many. I would say majboos, which is basically it's rice with either, you can have it either with chicken or lamb, it depends. But it's a very nice way of cooking rice. It's beautiful.
That's your favorite?
It's my favorite. The other thing is something called gishid, which is kind of like a it's not a shark, it's like a baby shark, something similar to that. I don't know what to call it in English actually, but it's cut and it's like seasoned, like when you have like a, you know, some sort of a seasoned tuna, in a similar style, but then they mix it with rice. It's beautiful. So it's either or. Those are like very special dishes here.
Like a Qatari dish that's madruba.
What's that?
Madruba is called, which means literally like to like a hit. Madruba is a dish with rice, meat, chicken, all together with like a bunch of spices. It's delicious. I'm not doing it justice right now, but you have to try madruba.
Okay.
I'll hook you up with some madruba.
I definitely need to try it.
Oh, that's a tough one. It has to be majboos, which is basically kind of like oily rice with chicken, and it tastes amazing.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Well, so that you have Qatari dishes, and then you have sort of like you have different versions of the same thing. So I love hummus, and there's I love hummus and the shawarma chicken. That's kind of like my go-to, and tabbouleh salad, some tabbouleh, and that's kind of common. That's really sort of common, but it's I can't get enough of it.
Camel burger. It is, instead of a beef patty, you have, camel meat. But no, that's not something that you should try. But you should try camel.
Camel?
Yeah.
Well, if you could describe what camel tastes like, what would that
I wouldn't suggest it for people to try it because it tastes good, just because of its extraordinary status as a dish, right? Yeah. Eating camel, and it comes to you with hump and all, so you just have the whole camel in front of you on a big dish with rice. It's out of this world in terms of an experience, not so much for flavor. Okay. It's not that bad. The meat is a little bland, but the fat of the camel is where it's at.
Well, what's your favorite Qatari dish?
Majboos. It's this spicy flavored rice with lamb that's slow cooked, and you all sit around this huge circular dish on the ground eating together. You use cow fat, clarified cow fat. You pour it on there with some nuts, some fried onions. It's really good.
So, Qatar, day 3. Don't know if I'm gonna put this, don't know if I'm gonna have a video of this earlier or later, or if I told y'all it's day 3, but it's day 3 in Qatar. I'm here at the FIFA stadium behind the scenes, getting a look at a couple things, talking to a couple people. And yeah, this is what I'm here for, the first game of the World Cup, Sunday. Here to mingle around, socialize, learn a couple things, talk to a couple people, and have a good time. So I'm here at the FIFA stadium, Qatar, day 3. I came here on day 2. And I saw a couple things, but now they're going through rehearsals, so I'm getting a behind the scenes look at a couple different things. They were going through rehearsals before, but just different kinds of things. But yeah, so FIFA Stadium, and I'll see y'all inside. I'm gonna get a couple videos, get a couple peeks, and let y'all know. So peace.
Whenever they say something about us, you listen. Well, fuck what they talking about on your timeline. That's cutting all into my time with you. Fuck what they talking about on your timeline. That's cutting all into my time with you. My time with you.
How do you feel about Qatar hosting the World Cup and all these other events?
I'm delighted that obviously that the Middle Eastern country is hosting the World Cup, but I think they've just kind of created a niche for themselves, something that nobody had even dared to try to do. So I'm extremely proud and happy to be a part of that. I think they've done a super job. Big ball moves.
She says you're my everything. I love you through everything. I done did everything.
I feel proud. Everything was set up against us. No one wants us to host us for whatever reason, for whatever agenda everyone's abiding by. I feel very proud to be a part of a movement that I feel like is gonna be, or is historic, and it's a part of history. And the Middle East has been tainted in a certain brush. The Arab people have been tainted in a certain brush. So it brings me great joy and pride, not just as an Arab but a Muslim, to host something like this, to show how beautiful we are, to show how beautiful different people are, how colorful we are. We're not all the same, we're not all tainted in a certain way. We're just like you, you're just like us,
Are you down for the cause? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down?
feel great about Qatar hosting the World Cup. I think it's more than football. I think it's about showing the world that a country like Qatar exists, and its beautiful culture and heritage is something to be noticed. And so football just allows that window, or magnifying glass, if you will, make the world know Qatar more. I think it's great for Qatar, for its people, for the world. It's only a positive thing. You can always think about negative things in any situation, but why would you do that? It's boring, and it brings in darkness. So having the biggest event come to Qatar is a positive thing in so many ways. So I'm very proud of the country, and I'm proud to be here and be a part of it.
How much have you seen Qatar change throughout the years?
A lot. I've been here for 40 years. A lot has changed and a lot hasn't changed. And what hasn't changed, I'm grateful it hasn't, because it keeps Qatar's characters who they are. And what has changed, I'm happy it has, because then it positions itself on the world stage with the biggest cities in the world in terms of technology, in terms of construction, in terms of comfort for the people that live here.
Are you down for the cause? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down for the cause? You still down? You still down?
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. You know, here's the thing. It's like, and I can include myself in this. It's like before coming here, you know, I didn't really know very much about the Middle East. I didn't know really anything about, you know, Qatar, or Saudi Arabia, or UAE, or you know, or the Middle East at all. And in the West, it really gets orientalized to, you have on one hand, you have on one hand, you know, you have Aladdin, and then on the other hand, you have terrorists. You know? And so it's really only having come here and experienced this particular culture and realize how much I don't know, and how deep and important, and you know, how what an amazing history and culture is represented here.
Well, fuck what they talking about on your timeline. That's cutting all into my time. Fuck what they talking about on your timeline.
I mean, it's definitely challenging for me as a Qatari and for the state of Qatar, because with hosting such huge events, there's a huge responsibility. The world would want to turn and ask who you are, and it's easy for someone to basically point at you without getting to know you, because who has the appetite to get to learn about someone? There's only it's a rare breed that you are someone who would love to go and learn about that particular culture or that particular person. But it's very easy to criticize someone that you don't know or you don't get just because they're different. So I think it's challenging, and it's something that is sort of a price that you have to pay to be there, out there in the world, for people to know you and to introduce change. Because what Qatar wanted to do, and as Qataris, we're always about change, and it's not about changing anyone. It's about introducing change from within and trying to be part of a global change. But it happens in different forms. Change happens in different forms, and I think Qatar has done a very tremendous job, and a very good job actually, in the global stage of introducing that kind of change, and specifically internally. And what the World Cup did for Qatar, for example, is that it gave us a milestone to work towards. In 2010, when we won that bid, there was a lot of work that we needed to do. A lot of people are saying today that Qatar is, like, the World Cup in Qatar is the most expensive World Cup. That's actually not 100% accurate, because it would feel like it is the most expensive World Cup, because you're literally calculating the spend that's been spent over 12 years for a nation that's completely rebuilt and recreated its infrastructure. And it's not just for the World Cup. We actually have the Qatar 2030 vision, which is by 2030, where does Qatar need to be? And the World Cup was a milestone to accelerate reaching that vision, basically. So everything you see, like when you arrived here, you arrived to a massive airport. That airport did not exist. It opened up in 2014. It didn't exist. We had a very small airport. You look at the highways, wherever you're going, the highways, the infrastructure, all of that didn't exist. It was 2 lanes. There was highways, but outside of the city that connects to other little cities. There are cities that didn't exist. We have a railway system, subways, that did not even exist. All of these things, if you put them together, because a lot of people think that they built the stadiums. Stadiums are the easiest thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a stadium. You know, you don't need to over-engineer it. It's a stadium. You're going to put people. There are seats in them. You're going to make the interesting designs around them. But what Qatar achieved was not stadiums. It achieved a full growth of an entire city, and growth even in the quality of education sectors, sports sector. So right now, the great quality of people are being produced in this state. People who could actually introduce change locally and in the region.
Sounds like a big job.
I think so.
Don't know where we stand. I used to hit you about everything.